Hey y'all. Welcome to Six of Swords Tarot. I know I changed this time a few times. I don't know if anyone's going to join us, but you know what? What the heck? I'm just going to, do whatever. You guys know the drill. The list is wide open. There's no wait. And we're going to get into some readings. So, you guys know the drill. I got some new decks in the rotation, which I'm excited about. I don't know that I've used this one yet. This was on my altar and I was kind of saving it for myself, but I think I'm ready to work with it on the channel. I don't think I've used this on here yet. This is the Accurate AF Tarot, and I really like it, even though it's very pastel-y vibes. Uh-oh. I'm having an autofocus issue. I think we're good. So, all right, Spirit, let's get into it. So, Archangel Michael, please protect this live stream. Spirit, please open me up to be a clear channel so that I can deliver messages for the greater good of all. And so it is. It was so funny. I was out really late last night and I was like, you know what? I'll try to go on later, but that didn't happen because there's no rest for the wicked. Like, I don't know that Scorpios are able to actually sleep in. So that's what's up. I haven't done a collective in a while, so maybe I'll jump into something like that. We'll see if anyone joins. If not, I will go on. I'll just proceed with the adventure that I have planned today. Ain't no thing. Let me see what the planets are in today. I had a blast last night. What is the moon? I think the moon might have been in Aquarius. Oh no, the moon just entered Pisces. I love moon in Pisces. It's very, because of my water, I really enjoy a moon in Pisces. It's very, it just feels good. Willow, what are you doing? Good Lord. Hey, thank you so much. I know we had to change. So, the sun and Mercury were actually on top of each other. They're still almost conjunct. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're moving out of a conjunction, but that was interesting. Venus has now entered Aquarius today. We're at 0 degrees Aquarius in Venus, which is kind of squaring Mars almost-ish. And Mars is moving back retrograde in the sign of Leo, and then it's going to pop back into Cancer, which is going to be, that's going to be an interesting transit. Thank you so much, newbie. What else do we got going on here? Shout out my favorite tarot channel. You guys know I love Natalie H. Oh my God, this morning she had a Pluto out of like Capricorn reading, and I mean, it just, every time I watch a reading from her, it's just like bang on for me. Willow John, what is it that you are trying to get over here? You can't have this. It's a string, my child. All right, so it looks like we got Newbie up. Thank you, Newbie. Do you want me to do a little collective first? Is that cool? Oh my gosh. We have rest. Give yourself time to recuperate. I know, Spirit. I know. And we have overcoming limitations. I kind of want to pull this as well. We have nurture your creative energy. Interesting. Who's on the bottom of the deck? We have freedom. We have moon in the 3rd house of Virgo. Very interesting energy. You know how that resonates for me? So the 3rd house is about communication, but the 3rd house can also represent like siblings or other like extended family members. And as we move into the holiday season, I feel like a lot of people are going to be looking at their relationships to their family and making sense of like Virgo energy, trying to, does this fit? Does this work? And analyzing, can I even communicate with these people? What does this look like? And how does this make me feel when I communicate with these people? It was so funny. When I went out last night, there was this chick who, it was actually her birthday. And so like we were celebrating, and we know the DJ and blah, 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 blah. So we were like celebrating our birthdays together, and it was her actual birthday. My birthday was like 2 weeks ago. I was sick, as you guys know. Anyway, and she came up to me. We were just having like a great time chatting. And she was a year older than me. And she said something like, her dad sucks. And I was like, oh my God, my dad sucks too. And we just started talking. And I said, I just blocked my whole family. That just reminds me, that dice roll just reminds me of like, that I said it'll give you a lot of peace. And she's like, oh my God, that's actually a really great idea. I'm like, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Just, just because someone is related to you doesn't mean that you have to like keep those lines of communication open. Ace of Cups. Are your needs being met? Spirituality, fulfillment. Are you spiritually and emotionally safe around people that you are obligated to be around, whether it be family, religion, all of these things? So just be mindful of that stuff. I'm pulling these jumpers, which I normally don't do. We have the Spirit of Swords. Eagerness, tenacity. We have the 3 of Wands, development and opportunity. And we have the World. Yeah, achievement, fulfillment, the world. What do you want your world to look like? If dealing with people, just because you're forced to like speak to family, even if people have been like horrible or abusive to you, like that is not, you're not required to do that. And so I just think the way that we're looking at families, especially, millennials, Gen Z, the way that we're looking at families and the way that we're creating families has really, really evolved. Because, Newbie, you're up. You can go ahead and post. I know I'm just ranting here, but I think a lot less people are wanting to have families. A lot less people want to have kids. I feel like the boomer generation was very much so like, they didn't really want to have kids, but they were, whether they did or didn't, it wasn't a choice. It wasn't something they thought about. It was like, oh, this is what we do. We have kids now, right? It wasn't now, millennials, Gen Z are making a conscious decision. Can I afford to have a child? Do I want to have a child? Am I going to be able to spend time with my child or even guide my child? Then again, you also have the ratchetness, right? Of people just like, popping out babies left and right, not thinking about it. Like that's always a given. But I just feel like there was so much religious programming that went on with the boomers, and they popped out all these kids and they weren't thinking about it. And these other people who are indoctrinated that still follow some of these ideals. And there's nothing wrong with creating family, right? There's nothing wrong with having healthy families. I think that's great. I haven't seen many. I'm sure they're out there, but yeah, take it. This is a time to reflect on an inventory of how healthy are your family dynamics. Willow John. He's going to pick at my carpet this entire reading. All right, newbie, you're up. Oh, hey, Augustus. He's going to jump up here and knock all my cards over. I think he's trying to hide from his brother. I had a conversation with C last night. Can Spirit help me figure this out? What's your question? You want me to look at the energy of something? What are you trying to get into? I'm going to pull this beautiful deck. I freaking love this one. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. The energy of, you had a conversation with, I want to help you get the most out of this. So let's have a interactive conversation though. You want the energy of, hey G, how are you? Thanks for joining. So you want the energy of the interaction. And okay, so let me help you. So do you want to understand what this means for you going forward? What this means for you after this interaction, what this interaction of the relationship, of the relationship dynamic between you and C going forward is? Okay. I can look at that. Like what the outcome is going to be, kind of? Is that what you're looking for, newbie? Give me a moment here. They're showing me green. They're showing me a skateboard. Give me a second here. Spirit, you're so funny. They're showing me like green and blue. The colors like green and blue. I don't know if this person likes to wear that color or they have that color around them. Let me see what else I'm seeing. They're also showing me, this is really interesting. They're also showing me the energy of like a stuffed bear. Or I'm seeing like a stuffed teddy bear. Hold on, let me see what makes sense here. Give me a second to look at all of this. All right. What does this mean? How should newbie proceed? We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Hanged Man. And we have the Seven of Wands. Okay. Immediately off the bat, and I had a friend say this recently in a conversation, you're going to get a lot more bees with honey. How should you proceed going forward? I feel like you may have come off a little bit intense during the interaction. And I feel like giving the interaction some room to breathe. The Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups taking a little bit more of a nurturing approach. Because if you gave C some type of ultimatum, they're going to kind of clam up and get into this hanged man energy. And if you want to work with their energy, that is not going to be helpful, because it's going to put both of you guys on the defense, which is the Seven of Wands energy. So I think that and I'm not saying not to be stern or hold your ground in your delivery, but I feel like if you've got your point across, you don't necessarily need to beat a dead horse, and it's time to loosen the reins a little bit and see their behavior actually play out. Does this make sense so far? So how should newbie proceed? We have the Three of Swords. We have the Princess of Cups. We have the Four of Cups, and we have the Queen of Wands here. I'm also getting feelings of independence and autonomy, and maybe having the freedom to test their boundaries for the first time to some degree. With the Three of Swords, there's a fear of pushing them away, and I feel like delivering what it is that you need to say in a diplomatic and caring way, and know that like not everything is going to be perfect. Like there are going to be some things that potentially annoy you going forward with this, but know that like C is able to make certain choices on their own. And I also feel like if you are afraid or worried that C is going to make the wrong choice, I think you need to be okay with them crashing and burning potentially with one of the choices that they're making. Hey, Jessica, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Let us know how you're doing. Yeah, this Queen of Wands energy, it's like at the end of the day, you can say everything that you need to say, but C is going to take the action of their own will. And so you can prepare them, and you may not like every move that they make or what they say or everything that they do. But if your goal is to maintain a harmonious relationship with this person, I think that you need to say your piece, be kind. You can be stern, but you don't necessarily need to beat a dead horse. Let me know if this resonates. So yeah, I think, trying to maintain harmony and be kind. Willow, I am going to have to. Due date is less than, oh my, girl, you're spinning. I ain't even been pregnant. I'm not spinning this morning. So it sounds like you're doing great, little Saggy. And your birthday, happy belated birthday, Jessica. Your birthday was earlier in December. Okay, we have the 10th house. This could be about, okay, so the 10th house represents career, but it also represents, you said it makes sense. Also represents, I think that was Aquarius. It also represents self-image and reputation. So there could have been something that came up about their future career, or something that came up about their future reputation, the company they keep, and worries that you are having. Maybe you're worried that they're being led astray or taken down the wrong path, or you're afraid that they're going to go down the wrong path. But know that C has a mind of their own, and that they are ready, willing, and able, and have the energy they need a little bit of freedom to forge their own path here. I think that you should, I'm not telling you to sit back and watch a car accident, but I do feel like C needs a little room to breathe so that you can watch their behavior and see how they're really going to move. Does that make sense? Because then you're going to know if like how intense your interactions need to be moving forward. Brendan Fraser, birthday twin. Yes. Yeah, top of the deck is the Chariot, because this person, I think that you are concerned about the decisions or the direction that this person is going in. And I do think this person is wise. I do think that this person does typically make good decisions, and that ultimately that they're going to be moving forward in the world. And I think that you need to have some level of trust, but also let them be who they are. And the best way to know whether this is platonic, family, dating, whatever, watching other people's behavior is going to tell you exactly who they are. It's going to tell you exactly how they feel about you, more than words. And so allowing this person to move through the world the way that they need to, and then kind of observing, and then maybe revisiting the conversation. But I do think it would behoove you to take a calm and kind approach with this person. Okay, let's see what else is, how else should newbie proceed in this, after this interaction? What is to come? How will newbie proceed? Emotions are running high. Could have been. We had that Mercury-Sun conjunction, which can make, in a fire sign, it can kind of make, and then we had the supermoon card here. So maybe there were some heated discussions that were going on. The end of a tough cycle approaches, and expect powerful change. I intuitively also, just beyond the cards, I feel like everything is going to work out naturally. I feel like things are going to work out just fine, maybe even better than you thought. Here, I'm going to pull from the deep place and see what other intuitive messages I have for you. Willow, and then I have to go get this thing away from Willow because I don't know what he's doing over here. And then we got, we have, G is up next. Shadow. Crossing. This person is at a crossroads. And I think that there may be some overprotecting going on, especially with that Queen of Cups and Shadow. And it's like the Queen of Cups in a shadow aspect can overlove and overdo it. And we also have Wonder. There's a certain energy of, this person kind of effing around and finding out as well. And I'm not saying to completely back off, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this person needs to spread their wings a little bit. And it really I just don't think that they have a lot of life experience yet. And the best way for them to get that life experience is to go forth and explore. Because life is just a series of lessons, decisions, interactions. That's also how we grow. So not everything that we necessarily perceive as bad is really bad. A a lot of these things are like learning opportunities. Like I've had some horrible friendship situations. I know many of us have, right? And then I've learned like through bad relationships. I wrote about this on Natalie's latest video. You can go look at my comment. Through all of the horrible friendships, relationships, family dynamics that I've had, and having beautiful, loving people come into my life who actually care about me, that's how I learned what true and real love was. Through the darkest times is when you actually like can see the light and learn like, this is my true north, this is my direction, this is what I align with, and this is what I want to do. So sometimes seeing the negative or tasting something bad can actually steer you in the right direction. Does that make sense? Steering them away from, something negative or something that doesn't feel good. I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. All right, I need to go get this piece of string away from my child. G, you are up next. Go ahead and post. Welcome in, guys. If you're called to donate, let me know. Willow, time's up, buddy. You're not allowed to have this little string anymore. The jig is up, my child. Good boy. No more. It's all gone. I had a weird thing happen today. If someone wants to give me a reading, So some of you guys know this. Good boy, Willow. I know. He's looking for the string I took away from him. Some of you guys know this. So I am diagnosed OCD, and I have like a million cups. And so I went into my cupboard to get my many Halloween cups. And I opened one of them. So I'm like a total germaphobe. My place is like immaculately clean all the time. It just is how I am. And there was a spider in one of the cup that I was going to use. So I need to look up what that means because I've never seen that before. I don't know. It's really cold here. I don't know how it got in here. I don't know. It was just a little baby one, but I was like, oh my God. And there was a lid on it too. It was so freaking weird. So I gotta see what that's all about. I think in Native American culture, it means like, it's like grandmother energy, but I gotta look that one up. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts on that one. All right, up next, we have G, and then we have Jessica, who is our mother-to-be. All right. G, we're going to use my favorite deck for you. This is the Tarot of Enchanted Dreams. All right, Spirit, what do we have for G? G unit. Just kidding. Yes, it's called Tarot of Enchanted Dreams. Give me a moment here. I'm feeling a restless energy, but hold on. Hold on. Pause. This is not a bad thing. I feel like there's an awakening happening within you. Like they're showing me your sacral chakra, but I also, it's almost like something is like coming awake. You could be having some type of like Kundalini awakening. Feel free to Google that. But it doesn't mean that it's some weird like sexual thing. It's more so like your sacral chakra coming online, but there's also a lot of creativity there. And so you may be feeling a little, if you're feeling like nervous or like jittery or whatever. I'm not a doctor, I don't play one on TV, but what I would say is maybe you could go for like a walk or some type of exercise to kind of burn off some of that energy. That might be helpful for you right now if you're feeling ooh, you're on holiday right now. That's awesome. This is energy that when you return back home, this is something that might come up. So just keep this in mind. Okay, Spirit, what other energy do we have for, what does G need to know right now? 8th house, Mercury. Whoa, Mercury and Sag in the 8th house. I'm actually glad that you told me that you are traveling right now, because I feel like you may have some very deep conversations. And I believe Mercury is in Sag right now, actually. And right here we have it in the 8th house. So Mercury and Sag can be an energy that is a little bit like oversharing. But I also feel like being placed in the 8th house, your parents may open up to you and tell you some stories that you've never heard before, or you may be having some very deep, impactful, healing conversations with your family while you are on this trip. And Sagittarius also represents travel, so that's kind of cool. But I'm going to see how else that plays in. Maybe the way that you guys are communicating or connecting with each other is healing and transforming with that 8th house placement. Okay, so what does general message and advice? Wow, yeah, family here with the 10 of Cups. And here it is again with the death and transformation here. You know what I'm also getting the energy of as well? Here we have the moon here. I think that you are getting, even though I feel like there's like a physical energy that's popping up that you need to burn off. I hope this is going to make sense. But with the moon energy, some of this energy is just like fear over things that are never going to happen, like fear and worry. And the moon can represent our deepest fears and illusions about the future, or fears about maybe you're afraid, or you spend a lot of time like worrying about your family here with 10 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. And the Queen of Cups is like, I want to take care of everyone. I want to hold it all together. And I think one of the big messages for you, especially in regard to family, is like, I think that you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, but I also think that you need to give yourself a break, because you may stress yourself out about taking care of everyone, being really practical, especially in regard to like the home and home life and visiting people and helping take care of people. Balancing that with work here with the 8 of Pentacles and Justice. Spirit's biggest message for you right now is with Justice is finding a sense of balance in your life between all of your obligations with work, family, and trying to take care of other people. And maybe your parents, maybe you guys are going to have a conversation about something like that. Because I do think that they appreciate you and they see how hard you're working. And I think that you really do care deeply about the people around you, as Leos do, right? I mean, a lot of the, I don't actually, you know what's funny is I actually don't know that many Leos, but the you're one of them. I know a couple, and another Leo that I know just fiercely wants to take care of their family, for better or for worse, like no questions asked. Like family is family to a Leo, and they have that loyalty in that way, no matter if there's beef, bad blood. And I don't see that here, but I'm just saying, like, that's the number one priority. But you need to, I'm glad that you're on this holiday. I'm glad that you have time to get out of the daily grind of your everyday. But I'm also feeling this energy of you are going to be able to exhale. I love the pineapple. You know what's, sorry, newbie, I'm going to tell you about that. But yeah, I'm feeling this energy with you where it's like, there's this sense of like, I've been through hell, I've been through all of this, and now I'm just going to exhale, because my deepest fears may have, I feel like you already have gone through some fears that happened to you this year with your health and everything else going on, and you're like, I'm still standing, I'm still here, I'm transformed. And one of the things, oh my gosh, I love that. That's so beautiful. You should take pictures if you're allowed to. One of the things that, hold on, sorry, I lost my train of thought here. Come on, spirit. About the transformation. This is going to sound really weird, okay? And I experienced this in my personal work situation, which we'll talk about transformation and fear, okay? I actually want to pull these out for you. When it comes to your day-to-day work, or in the Eight of Pentacles, it's not always work. It can represent mastery and what it is that we are trying to do in this life. And I think some of the things that I think you need to hear this message as we get closer to the end of this year. Part of the hardships that you went through this year were to help illuminate you to find more balance in your life. Because when you dealt with the hardships that you did, whether it be like finances or health or family issues, the next time something pops up, you are going to be more prepared for it. And I'm not saying that you're necessarily desensitized to it, but you've already faced the fear. And so the next time it pops up, or the next time there is another mountain to climb, you do it much more easily, and you're able to kind of exhale a little bit more than carrying all of this anxiety around. Because I used to pull the Nine of Swords, and I used to see a lot of anxiety. And now in your readings, you're just like, yeah, I've kind of faced fear in the face, and I moved through it. And I'm being practical, and I'm still working hard, but I'm transforming the way that I carry this anxiety. And that's really beautiful. The way that you communicate with others has also transformed, Sag, Mercury in the 8th house. But I think that this is going to be a very healing trip for you, especially if you're going to these religious, spiritual places of worship. I think that's really awesome for you. Let me see what else I have for you. Spirit, what other advice do we have? I love this deck. Spirit, show me what else we have for G. And then next up, welcome in, guys. I'm probably going to do last call. I just wanted to pop on for a little bit today. I didn't get a ton of sleep last night, but no rest for the wicked, because I don't know how to sleep in. Oh, no. Yeah, Jess, you're totally fine. Jessica, you're up next. You can post your question. Ooh, we have action. Awaken the warrior woman within. Transformation, rebirth, and renewal. your level of anxiety that you had this year is like the version of you going into 2025 is the toughest, most badass version of G that you've ever been. And some of the hardships that you went through, it was necessary to get you your demeanor to this place. Yeah, and here's that creative energy. Nurture your creative energy. You may have some sparks of inspiration where you want to start creating stuff. And I'm going to pull from this beautiful Leo deck, this beautiful lion deck for you. Oh, I have a question for you, G. My friend has a bird, and her bird just laid 3 eggs. Do you know anything about birds laying eggs? Did your birds ever lay eggs? Okay. I was like, I'm going to ask G about that. Let me see what else we have. Third eye, 333, truth revealed. Work wise, not hard, and a magician. Yes, you're transforming your energy. You're learning how to work wiser and not harder. And that's part of your mastery because you have a lot of different things that you're balancing here. Yeah, she only has like one single bird, so then the eggs are not going to hatch. Speaking of time of positive transformation, this is really interesting. Time of positive transformation, and we also have arrival, alignment, all is well, and healing. I think 2025 is going to be a really great year for you. I think that more things are going to come into alignment. I feel like you're going to be healing on multiple levels. Even if there are some bumps in the road along the way, I don't think it's going to really upset you or throw you off course or cause the type of anxiety that you were already experiencing last year or this year because of, I mean, you had a lot. It was a rough year for Leos. I mean, look at J-Lo. It has been a rough year for Leos across the board. Lots of food. Got it. Thank you so much. I will tell her that. I will share that with her. No, she just has one. I think she's like a small parrot, not like a big one, but she's like a smaller parrot. But she only has the one. So the egg was not going to hatch, but last time she laid eggs, she was like guarding them, and she had never laid an egg before. It was like a whole thing. Shout out, Michelle, if you're watching, but I'll call you after this. Okay. All right, Jessica, let's get into it. G, thank you so much. I hope you have the best holiday with your family, and let us know how your trip was when you come back. Oh, she'll be biting right now too. Okay. I'll let her know that. Thank you so much. Shut the front door. Girl, are you my neighbor? You don't have to tell us what state, but like, are you going to be close to your girl? These boys they love this cat tree. They're so funny. Good babies. All right, Jessica, I do not remember, but I said there may be an opportunity to move back to the South. Thank you for the testimonial. Oh, cool. Okay. Opportunity to go back to the South. We were thinking that's our 5-year plan. Surprising turn of events. He got presented with an opportunity in the South, hour and a half from where we were living and where your daughter lives. That is awesome. Awesome. That's fantastic. I was feeling, I don't know if you told me or intuitively, I don't think you were loving where you were at. Oh, well, I will say that, so we didn't expect that. Here's the deal. There's a real estate. I'm actually hoping to move soon. And real estate is very, very interesting right now. I will say that, you can get a lot. Um, it kind of is still is a seller's market, but the market is really funky right now. So, or you could rent it out, or I'm not a real estate guru by any stretch. Yeah, I was feeling like that you were not in love with that. But I also feel like if you get to a place where you want to go back to work, I think that you would be able to find work right away as well. I mean, if you want to take time with your baby, absolutely. But if you get to a place where you want to get back into working, I feel like I feel like that market's just going to be better, and the market there too. I'm so excited. Well, yeah, and then you have your other child there. That's awesome. And then you guys can spend time with her and the little baby who's going to be here very soon. I hope she's a Capricorn. But she could end up being a Sag. You could go early. I'm not a medical intuitive. Entertainment purposes only. You could go early. Jessica, let me know. Jessica, you have a reading. Let us know if you have a question. You have a reading in the queue. Last call, guys. Oh no, you're totally fine. You're back. Augustus. I'm going to type in here if you can't hear me. Oh, okay, you hear me. A general reading. All right, cool. We're going to do last call. Thanks for jumping on, guys. I really appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. All right, general reading for Jessica. Spirit, what does Jessica need to know right now? Three of Wands. And you know what I love? In a couple of my decks, the baby is on the way. And I don't know if you heard me. You could go early. I know I don't change my purposes only. The Three of Wands. Some of the decks I have with the Three of Wands show like the mom, baby, and father. And so that is all. Whew. OMG. Okay, I didn't bargain for this, but this is what we're doing here, Spirit. Thank you so much. This little baby is going to be stubborn as hell. In the funniest way. I'm seeing Leo placements, and I'm seeing Capricorn placements, or like an Earth Moon, and you're not going to know until the day, but this is actually really funny to me. I just want to, I hope you're cool with me just go. This is just what's coming through it. So I hope you're open to this. This is a direction that we're going in. I feel like she is not going to be shy at all. She is going to be like, hey, this is me, and I have decisions. I have opinions. I am not afraid to be seen. She may even want to be like a performer, or like a singer, or like a theater kid or something like that. Like, this child is not shy. There will never be a dull moment in your household. There will never be a dull moment with this child. There's always something going on. She might be really active into sports like you were too. I'm seeing a lot of active energy. She might end up being a Sagittarius. If you do go early, her Mercury probably, we'll see. It just depends on the day that you go. But there's also going to be like an unpredictable side of her where it's like, did you just do that? Like, did you just really do that? I think that she's going to be very confident, and which is amazing. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Wands. I also feel like she will be, whatever she sets her mind to, she will be independent, and she will be a force. And you're not going to ever have to worry about her like making it through the world, which is a really beautiful thing. Like, she has a good head on her shoulders. She is able to figure things out. She doesn't let things get in her way. She has a very, very positive demeanor, especially with this, King of Wands, Six of Wands energy. Very bright, very bubbly. She'll probably have a lot of friends as well. SB, thank you so much. Last call, guys. Ninth house, Libra and Neptune. Neptune in the ninth house. Neptune and Libra in the ninth house. I feel like this reading, hi Augustus. Well, thank you so much for just jumping into this reading. Baby, come here. Baby. I feel like she is also going to be very intuitive, but she will also be, she's not going to be unrealistic. I feel like she's going to be fair, because Libra with Neptune in the ninth house is like, I have these spiritual beliefs and I have these insights, but I'm not running delusionally wild with them. With Libra, it's a little bit more balanced. It's not going to be all over the place, which sometimes people can get a little bit off the rails when it comes to spirituality. I also would not try to push any type of spirituality on her. Yes, Nita, welcome in, guys. Sure, I thought we were going to be wrapping up, but we still have a few readings to go. No worries, guys. We have the Mystic Rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. After the rain, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, and acceptance. We have, oh my God, that's literally like a baby. Codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next steps. She chose you. She chose you guys. She wanted to do life with you guys. So you guys will feel very special to have her. Let me see let me get some general advice for you as well. And then SB, go ahead. It looks like we have SB for 2, and then Nita, thank you so much. SB, go ahead and post. Ooh, she is going to be fierce. She might be a Sag. She might be a Sag. Dream the world into being. And then we have time to collaborate. Yeah, I think she'll have a lot of friends. Very overall positive demeanor. I will leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Jessica, that's what came out. That's what wanted to come out. I was like, are we reading on her? And they're like, nope, we're reading on the baby. And then poof, here she is. I know. This is so much fun. Yeah, no, you guys can just post in here. I do have to look at my PayPal to see what you guys want to get into. Okay. Let's take a look here. Let me move this over here and Beeps over here. Augie, you're a good boy. Okay. No momento. Oh my gosh, thanks guys. All right, so Taurus Moon says, I'd like to, hello Taurus Moon. Moon is exalted in Taurus. As much as I love my family, why do I always feel weirdness during family gatherings? From a couple of siblings, energy is off. Great question. Let's take a look. I don't want a different deck. This is not meant for this. What is this? Yeah, we're gonna use the witches. I need something a little more. You know what, SB? I want you, whenever you have time, if you want to, I did a collective reading right when I started this, and it was really short and no one was on here and it was blah, blah, blah. I mean, Newbie obviously is a huge someone in my life who was on here, but I think we had like 1 or 2 people watching. I think you should watch that. Even though I was a little like rambly, I think you should watch that reading because it was about family dynamics. And so I must have been picking up your energy in that reading. Okay. Why do I always feel weirdness during family gatherings? Why do I always feel weirdness during family gatherings? Spirit, show me. This feels right. Spirit, show me what's going on. 4 of Pentacles. You feel like you can't be yourself. You feel like you're either waiting for the other shoe to drop or you're holding in and holding back. You almost feel like, there's times where you either feel like you're walking on eggshells or like you're holding your breath. And then when you finally go outside or you get into your vehicle, you're like, okay, now I can be Taurus Moon again. It's almost like I'm not saying you're performative, but it's almost like you can't be fully who you are with them, whether that's their expectation or maybe the vibes are off. And a lot of times, we incarnate I don't talk to any of my immediate family. A lot of times when we incarnate with our family, we're here to learn lessons and work through some of that karma. Yeah, 6 of Swords. I think that you have a lot of past life karma with your family. And let me see what else I have here. Yeah, the Page of Wands. I definitely feel like you try. I definitely feel like there's been times where you put yourself out there, but you do feel like the odd man out and that it's really hard to work. Like you genuinely like want peace and you want to work with people, but it's really hard for you. It's really hard for you because either none of them want to be there or you don't want to be there or you guys just are not compatible. We have the Emperor here. This could talk about either issues with the father or a very overbearing father, or on the flip side, a father who just wasn't present with the Four of Pentacles and that held back energy. Nobody wants to talk about the elephant in the room. You know that there are real issues. Ace of Swords. What is the truth of this family dynamic? And you know the truth, and nobody's talking about it. Because you're like, we could actually heal this. I could actually work with you guys. But no. Yeah, he's very controlling. And so if you go in there walking on eggshells and feeling very like you can't be yourself, and that you're not allowed to illuminate the truth, then you really can't be yourself. We have the Queen of Wands here and the Queen of Cups. Very, very different queens, right? Very different queens. The Queen of Wands, I feel like in this deck is, and I mean this in the kindest, but this Queen of Wands is like, you know, I don't really give a shit. I'm here doing my own thing. I'm here for my own prerogative. I'm here. So you could have a female family member who is very like aloof and very selfish minded in their own stuff. And I feel like you're a little bit more empathetic and socially and emotionally aware of the energy around. And you're like, yeah, something feels off, but nobody's talking about it. Something feels off. The fact is, things actually are off, but everyone's avoiding it. My father's flying off the handle and being crazy. And I'm just absorbing and feeling all of the emotion of everything that is unsaid. So here is you, and here is your sister. She is like checked out. You guys couldn't be more different. Your mom and I had heart to heart. He was tripping. She asked me to advice. I opened up about the holidays. It was a nice conversation. Yeah, so I'm glad that you were able to speak your truth, but she may be your only confidant. And one of the things that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, I'm a tarot reader, I'm a cat lady on the internet. This is for entertainment purposes only, okay? What I feel strongly is acceptance is the answer and the key to everything. If this is the dynamic of your father, this is the way it's always been, this is the way it always was, and this is the way it always will be. So you have two options. Yeah. Well, I know I think that I think that you can be outspoken, because here's the thing. You can be the Queen of Cups and still be outspoken, because if you're speaking about something that is actually emotionally true, that is resonating with them and making them feel uncomfortable, because it's activating emotion in them that they don't want to feel. Okay. So the Queen of Cups isn't this little softy, right? I think that this Queen of Wands, you're representing your sister. I just think that she's checked out. I think she's just like, yeah, I want to go get my nails done. I don't really care what's going on. I just care about what I'm doing. I got to go. I got to get out of here. I got things to do. I got people to see, whatever. But let me go back to the point I was trying to make here, and then post your next question. Acceptance is the key to all of this. If you have so knowing that the only behavior that you can control is your own. Know that your father will always be this way. Your sister will always be this way. Your mother will always be this way, right? You can try to have conversations, compromise, work things out, blah, blah, blah. But it gets to a place where, can you accept where everyone is today at face value? And if so, you choose to meet people where they're at, then you can maybe find a pathway. But maybe there's some acceptance in, you know what, we just have a really awkward dynamic, and this is just the way that it is. Because oftentimes, we don't, always get to pick our, I hate when people say that. We don't get to pick our families. I believe otherwise. But yeah, you need to do what feels comfortable to you and what brings you peace. I'm not telling you to cut anybody off. Exactly. And so that's one of the huge things where I was like, if I feel literally sick to my stomach or I'm like hysterically crying every time I'm around my family members, I can't do this anymore. And I will tell you and this could include different types of boundaries. I'm not telling you to cut anybody off, but you need to do what you need to do to stay healthy in your mind, body, and soul. Yeah. And if you don't want to go, a vacation, if you feel horrible after interacting with someone, your body is a barometer and it is telling you that something is off. Trust yourself, believe in yourself. There is nothing wrong with you. I'm going to pull some oracle for you. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you feel depleted and alone in this group of people. Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to pull some advice cards here for you. But yeah, that's what the family dynamic looks like. So you get to decide what your boundaries are and what you want to do there, but only you can decide that. Time for a beginner's mind. Make your dreams real. Sometimes life stings. I mean, yeah, accepting things that is the most sobering reality of life, is accepting things for what they are, not what we wish they would be, not what we think they could be, not what the potential of it is. What is it today? What someone is presenting you today is the way it is, period, point blank. Okay, hold on. What else do I have here for you? I've been vibing with this one, so I'm going to grab a few more. And then we got one more for Taurus. All right, readings are now closed. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. All right. Trust, faith in the power of the universe, blessings, inspiration, and time to shine. Don't stop. A miracle is around the corner. You are worth making the boundaries and decisions that you need to make for your own mental health. I will leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Don't sacrifice yourself for others, whether that be a man, a family member, or a stranger on the street. You got to take care of yourself. And I don't care what sign you are, with this Queen of Cups, once you overgive, you'll burn yourself out, and then you'll be like reclusive and be like, I hate everybody. I'm just kidding. I'm exaggerating. But I feel like, you have to keep boundaries up. All right, Spirit, show me. I'm going to go back here. They want you to move? Hell no. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to pull Lenormand for you on this one, which I'm loving. I'm actually getting rid of my other Lenormand deck because I love this one so much, even though the cards are big. Justice flew out. All right, we're going to get tapping. Sorry, I got a little bit heated during that. I got family issues, as you can probably tell, so I get a little worked up in those readings. The other thing I'll say about that is, before we jump into Payman's reading, if you realize that you are not allowed to have a voice and that you don't matter in your family dynamic, it's time to go or create a boundary. Do what you need to do. But yeah, it's just, oh girl, all right. All right. All right. What are Payman's current feelings? What are Payman's current feelings for our Taurus moon? Ooh, we got the lava, Mr. Lava Lava. Girl. I think he cares about you. Okay, let's talk about this. I think that he is still thinking about a long-term connection with you. I think that his feelings for you are definitely growing. He sees you in a positive light. He thinks that you are someone who is very practical. You have a good head on your shoulders, but I've said this about him before. I feel like he has a bit of anxiety about there being some type of obstacle or some type of restriction within this connection, but I feel like you guys could overcome it and break through. And I know that I think you guys talked about like schooling or distance or something like that. I feel like this relationship has opportunity to grow. I think that you guys are going to hold on, let me change this. I think that you guys are, thanks newbie. You guys are in a place where there's some milestones in life that you haven't reached yet that you guys will experience and grow together in. I love this energy. The Lovers, Four of Wands, death, transformation. You're experiencing real life shit with each other. The Queen of Pentacles, Page, the Tower, the Empress. Like warts and all, when this thing goes down, are you still by my side? Are you still my friend? Are you still here? Seeing each other through the good and bad. And I know that so your question really was like, what are his, oh my God, is the focus off? Hold on. I think, there we go. I think that I fixed it. I think that he sees potential in you being a long-term partner. We're the same exact age. Love that. He sees, you being a long-term partner. And I feel like he's not going to let that slip away. He's going to stand up and move towards wanting to create a life with you. But I feel like there's some decisions still that need to be made here. There's some there's some fear, and there's some things that you guys need to work through. Let me rephrase that. Not work through, but you guys just need to experience some more of life together. But I think that he wants to do it with you, and he sees how practical. He wants someone who like can handle things. I do think he's looking for someone who is a long-term partner. All right. And he sees those qualities in you, which is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, we have loyalty. Are you loyal to me? We have some travel here. Oh, wow. Look at that. Yeah, he thinks that there's some serious commitment that could happen later down the road. I would let him pursue you. I don't think that he's necessarily putting you through tests, but I feel like he wants to know that you are as loyal to him because he's looking for someone who is very loyal. I think that he also feels very lucky that you guys kind of reconnected. There could be an opportunity for you guys to maybe travel or go on a trip together, spend some time together. But I see him continuing to communicate with you, pursue you, move towards you. So yeah, right now energy is looking good, but yeah, I think that's kind of his only fear is like, is something going to get in the way of this? Or he does have a little bit of relationship anxiety. I will leave that with you in spirits. Blessing. Nita, go ahead and post, babe. You are my last reading. Thank you so much. Taurus Moon, we will see you in the next one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nita, what is up? Let's do it. Oh, Taurus Moon wants the dice. Sorry. Payments, feelings, spirit. Saturn. There may be one of the things I think he's not worried about, but one of the things that it could be causing some of this anxiety, there could be a cultural or religious difference here. Saturn in Capricorn with the 9th house. My family does things this way. Your family, your culture, your customs does things one way. How do we merge this? Saturn, spirituality, 9th house. Also could be, I need to focus very hard on my studies. Capricorn, Saturn and Capricorn in the 9th house, higher education. Oh, let me see here. Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, I can do that. I can split the reading up in 2 different rows. Yes, I can totally do that. One about love, one about career. I'm going to stick with this deck, actually. Let me see the, hold on. Let me go on my PayPal. I'm sorry if I skipped your, I didn't sleep much last night. Okay, you didn't post it on PayPal. Let me see if it's up here. So I have your question. I was going to say, if not, it's okay. Let me see. Let me find it. Nita. Okay, sent. I don't see your question, but I can read about both topics. So you just let me know. Yeah, no, you're totally fine. If you could just, we're going to do one about career and one about, so I'll just do the same format reading, but 2 different questions. I can totally do that. What is coming for you in your career? Spirit, show us what's going on with Nita's career. Show me what's going on with what is coming in Nita's career? What is coming in Nita's career? We have the 8 of Cups. I think you're going to be walking away from something. Strength. Maybe you've been waiting a while to make a change and you're waiting for the right opportunity to come along. Or maybe you're like, I've just freaking had it. I'm done being strong. Because I do think that you're tough. I think that you're strong. And I think sometimes you endure things longer than you need to. Yeah, 3 of Wands. If you are looking for a new job opportunity, I think that I applied for a job in South Korea. Beautiful. I've heard it's amazing there. Let me see. We have the 4 of Wands. I also heard that Americans love living there. I don't know if you've looked into that. Maybe you have since you applied there. Yeah, the 4 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. This is ships coming in. This is something that I definitely feel like you could be going on this really new, beautiful journey. The 4 of Wands can represent the home, and this could represent a whole new journey and chapter, and you literally going on a very long journey here. Let me see what else I have here with the Astro Dice. Yeah. 10th house, Uranus and Gemini. I think some people, you're really scared though if you get it. I think that you have a high chance of getting this. And I think that some of the people in your life are going to be absolutely shocked if you leave. They're going to be like, whoa, Nita, what? Hold on. Where did you go? You're going to Korea. When did that happen? I think people are going to be absolutely shocked, and there's going to be a lot of buzz and chatter. I mean, and rightfully so. Yeah, rightfully so. I feel like the choice is up to you. You're scared to leave her. I mean, that makes sense. But it's what if the opportunity comes your way, you weigh the pros and cons. I think it could be a really cool chapter of your life, even if you're not there forever. Like, I think this could be really cool. Let me see what else I have here for you. I'm debating which oracle deck I want to use. I'm going to use the moon one, and then we'll look at your love life. You can go ahead and post your other one. Okay. Spirit, show me what's coming in career, balance, spirituality, and practicality. Your dreams need a practical plan. Work through your fears. Work through your fears. I'm feeling very positive about it. It also, is this something that you've been that you've been manifesting? The balance, spirituality, and practicality, full moon in Pisces. I feel like once you did that, this manifestation like popped through for you. It was like, your dreams need a practical plan. You figured it out and you were able to manifest this thing. And now it's like, be careful what you wish for. It's here. Work through your fears. This is my second dream. Wow. Okay. It became a big dream. That's amazing. I think this is something that really could happen for you. It can be hard to like leave home or leave people, especially when we have really good, especially when we have like good, close people to us. It can be hard to leave, but I think that could be a really cool opportunity. Okay. So I think that you're going to be walking away from, on your own terms, walking away from one job, moving on to another. Something that you've been manifesting. You can go ahead and post your next one. We have a love reading, I think, next. Thank you guys so much. All right. Is Brian ever going to talk to Nita? Is Brian ever going to talk to Nita? What is this energy? We have the Hierophant. We have the 7. Girl. Here's what I'm going to say about this one. Yeah. What I'm going to tell you is, I keep it really real, and I feel like 8 of Wands. I think you're going to dodge a bullet here. And I hate when people say that, but I feel that in my depths right here. This is someone where it might have looked really, you may have been really excited about this. This may have felt really warm. This may have felt like, man, this is the kind of person that I've been looking for. This feels great, blah, blah, blah. This person, I feel like on one hand is a little, I'm definitely sensing an incompatibility here. And I think that if this relationship were to have taken off, I think that it would have caused you heartbreak. I think this is someone who drags their feet and takes forever. They don't know what they want, but I feel like you are someone who is very focused. And I'm also getting the vibe that this person is a little bit stuffy. I don't know if they're older than you, but I feel like they're kind of like set in their ways. I'm kind of getting like boomer energy, and I mean that jokingly, but it's almost like I'm going to read my newspaper at 5 p.m. and I'm going to eat my dinner. And it's like, I think that there are some serious incompatibilities with this person that you are not aware of, and that this would have been a little bit more of a burden. I also think that this guy takes forever. So I feel like he always talks about me. Yeah, the King of Wands, like, yeah, no, this is someone who's very attractive, but there's more to, like, once you get under the surface, I think there's some incompatibility there. Let me see what the Lenormand says. Is he ever going to talk to you? I just think the Seven of Pentacles is an energy of taking forever. It's not necessarily going to go in the direction you want. Three of Swords. I don't love this energy. Entertainment purposes only. I also feel like he might have another connection that he is kind of stringing along. I'm getting some like I feel like this is someone who may hide relationships or have like multiple things going on. Like they say one thing and then do another. It's kind of like the preacher who is like, you got to be a good person and blah, 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 blah. And then he like robs a bank. Where I feel like this guy has some of these really old traditional ideals here with this Hierophant energy. Meanwhile, he's like juggling 3 different women and nobody knows about each other. That's what I'm seeing here, especially if he's that hot. He's got multiple women. Like, I think he's stringing multiple women along here. Like, oh yeah, you're my girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, he's got 3 girlfriends. I don't love that. I think Brian, I mean, sure, he might be some nice eye candy to look at, but once you get below the surface, not all that glitters is gold, Nita. Keep us posted on the Korea job. That would be really beautiful. I would love to know what happens. All right, guys, I am going to take off here. I'll be back on soon. I have some time off of my other job as well, so I'll probably be doing more readings during the holidays, Christmas, New Year's for sure. I'll be on a bit more, and I try to take Sundays off, so I probably won't be on tomorrow, and I'll be back on Monday. Thanks, guys. Bye.